topics I'd like for you and your viewers choose. Who can put a set delay to no bollocks? Afternoon all. Brooks' Bass Corner. It's not a live chat number. It's not planned. It's an impromptu live chat. We've got the drummer behind us, the sound man, looking very svelte. Here we are. Uncle Funk. Great. Folks Hall. Great Dunmow in Essex. Hope you're all safe and well out there. I said we try and do a few impromptu live chats. It's been a bit difficult. Some of the gigs have had no Wi-Fi or no mobile internet. Reception's been bad, or there's been no time. It's been a feature of my bass string experiment videos, trying to do a thing at the end of the gig, say how the strings are, and sometimes there ain't time. It's literally break down, get out, and go. So here we are. It's not a live chat number, it's an impromptu live chat. How about that? I said we'd do a few. So I hope you're safe and well out there. The month is treating you well, as you can see. There we go, nice big hall with no people. And a stage with very little band at the moment. Everyone's still trying to get here. We had a few kind of transport problems yesterday. Anyone here in the UK, it's been really cold this week. We've had snow and ice, and it's been exceptionally cold. And a couple of us got caught en route to a gig yesterday in Hertfordshire. And our sat-navs took us on a route that took us down a hill that hadn't been iced and gritted. And several of us basically slid down the hill sideways in our cars. Not the greatest experience, I have to say. And thankfully we managed to avoid a repetition on the way home, but it was still a bit hairy. It was -9 driving home last night. So that's the way it goes. Life of rock and roll is not always simple, I can assure you. Give us some of your best fills, Ajit. This is the lovely drummer I get to work with most weeks. He's absolutely fabulous. Just a small example of his extensive library of fills. And there we have a very neatly stacked pile of drum cases. How about that? We've got Christmas trees as well. Look, we've got the whole shebang here, guys. Let's see. Either side. Tell you, no expense spared here. We know how to put on a show. And here's the Grand Master, Uncle Funkle.
How we doing?
He is.
Very nice.
It's lovely. Look at that. Hey, get you in the festive mood. So it's all going on. Who's that? Stu Goodman, love a neat and tidy drummer, yes indeed. Ajit Gill, fabulous. You'll see various posts on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, which I normally share his posts because he films virtually every gig. And so he's got some great footage of all the festivals and shows we do. Where he's stationed, he's got the camera, yeah, he's going to film some demo stuff for his own YouTube channel. And he basically films every gig, but they're from the drummer's perspective, which for some gigs is great. So you get to see the whole band from behind. Not always the greatest view, right? There we go. Let me show you the bar. Very important, of course. We go down into the depths. I apologise for the moving drum. So this is the social area for all the people coming to tonight's gig. So this is like a holding area, and then you have a finely stocked bar, courtesy of the Funkle. And we're ready to go, pretty much. So we're just waiting for the rest of the band to turn up at the moment. So I got here early because we had a few IEM in-ear monitoring issues from last night's gig, and also I wanted to avoid all the Christmas traffic on the M25. So the secret was get here a couple of hours early. So we're on at 9 o'clock, and 2 1-hour sets tonight, 9 till 10, 10:30 till 11. I'm just running on a pedal board, no amplification. Everything's going straight out into the main system. And yeah, nice, simple, easy gig. Loads of people coming. Should be a great night. Looking forward to it. We had a small corporate event last night in Hertfordshire. It was exceptionally cold and very icy at the venue. But getting there was a nightmare. Drive home wasn't without concern. It was -9, and a lot of the roads around there hadn't been gritted or salted. So thankfully, I think everyone in the band got home okay. Our guitarist ended up in a ditch. But then we had said to him, let's all go in convoy when we leave. And he took no notice. He decided to go and do his own thing. So if you leave early, you're going to end up in a ditch. Oh, I think we have a horn player. We have. Hello! Welcome, girls. We have 2 horn players. Well, there's a few extra to the band, isn't it? So it won't just be bass drums alone. He's still at it. So yeah, there we go. Now the show's starting to happen. So yeah, so we'll get a little bit quieter here. I can do a proper Brooks's bass corner thing. So yeah, so I hope you're safe and well out there. I hope the month's not treating you too badly. It's been a funny old week with the weather, but managed to get quite a few gigs done, out the way. Been hard to get videos up, been so busy this week. But thankfully, we've now got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to do videos and updates. Might fit a live chat or 2 in. Next gig for me after today is Thursday. Got Thursday and Friday. Then it's Christmas Eve, then we've got Christmas Day, and then it's that preamble between Christmas and New Year. And then once we get into January, it's flat out YouTube all the way for about 6 weeks. So looking forward to getting a few things that I've intimated about on the live chats, a few of the series that I want to do. They'll all be appearing in January, they'll be coming your way. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this content I've got to put up. So there'll be loads of bass reviews going up, loads of pedal reviews, loads of stuff on YouTube Shorts. There'll be a thing on YouTube Shorts which will be Brooks's bass tips, which I had intended on getting up this side of Christmas, but it's just been so busy and hectic trying to get everything arranged, organised with gigs, Christmas, and family, and it gets very full on. But that's the way it sort of goes really at this time of year. So you can have grand plans on getting multiple videos up every day, it just doesn't happen. There's not enough hours in the day, and so if anyone wants to buy me an extra 10 hours a day for Christmas as a present, I'll happily accept that. Give me time. But yeah, so I hope you're all safe and well. I don't know who's actually watching at the moment because I can't see any people on the viewing list. So maybe some of you will catch this at a later date. If you do, you can still get involved in the video. You can leave comments if you're watching this now. I don't think there is anyone watching this now, but I'll do that anyway. It's a live chat, so you can send me messages, get involved, send comments. I'll reply as soon as I see them pop up. So then we'll just make sure that all the comments are appearing. Only Stu Goodman at the moment, so that's fine. Yes, if you're watching this on the mobile app, the live chat window is below this video screen. If you're watching on the desktop app, it's that way. Big white square comment window that way. So yes, if you want to talk about bass guitars, bass effects, bass amplifiers, bass accessories, anything here on the channel, you want to tell me about your gigs that you're doing during the month. I presume loads of our viewers will be out on gigs tonight. The last proper Saturday before Christmas and Christmas Eve. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing. So what are you doing? Let me know. So we're at soundcheck. So basically I got here a couple of hours earlier than the rest of the band. We had a couple of things to sort out with the in-ear monitoring. We've got a new system here. And the way we've basically run it for 18 months has now all changed. So we have to sort all our mixes and stuff out. And basically instrument game settings and volume settings and EQs and change compression. We did a little bit of an experiment last time with the second set, and it wasn't to everyone's liking, so I said, well look, I'll get here early and we'll go through the bass settings and what I want to hear as much as possible, and now we've got to wait for the rest of the band and we're going to run it, and I'll be able to hear everything. I can then get my iPad, make my individual mix, and then it's locked in. That's how I want it. So that'd be cool, and that works good. So as you can hear, the drummers having an extensive workout. I'm doing a bit of a sound check. It's a bit of a boomy room, very high, when I say a high stage, I don't mean the stage is high up from the floor, although it is reasonably. It's very high from the floor of the stage to the ceiling, and very wide, quite cavernous setups. There's a lot of frequencies all booming around. What we're trying to do is tighten everything up so it's not, that's not booming out as the main room, and then you've also got the PA support. So you don't want everything just making a sonic mess. You just try and isolate the instruments down, try and make them sound as good as you can. I've done the bass thing. I've got no amplifications. There's no bass end coming off the stage. No bass end interfering with what people are hearing on the stage. The only bass you're going to hear is coming from out front or on the IEMs. So kind of isolating all those bass frequencies. There's going to be some residue of sub coming from the sub speakers, but that's no bad thing. But also we've got loads of shiny surfaces, so we've got a wooden floor, normal walls, windows, and just all those frequencies are going to bounce around. So you try and lock it all down as much as you can, make it sound as good as you can. We don't normally get this amount of time, but today, because we've hired the hall, and it's a public ticket gig, we can get in here as early as we wanted to. So we're just sort of using the time now to get as much of the sort of work done during the sound check. Now we've got to wait for the keys, guitarists, singers. At least the bass and drums are pretty much done. Horns will get on with their stuff in a minute. And that's it. I mean, it's not particularly glamorous. There's hours go into this. It's the travel and the sitting around. You actually only play for 2 hours. But it's all the other time. But got to make it sound as good as you can. And so it'll be 2 hours of disco hits tonight. I don't know what the set will be yet. The boss has yet to decide, but it'll be a set of all the familiar disco hits and many more. That's all good. And I think we've got a couple of hundred people coming at the moment. Could be more. Could be people who come last minute, buy tickets on the door. So we'll see. It's all good. So it's been a busy old week. Trying to think, when did I do live chat? That was a week and a half ago. Okay, so 6th of December. So I've done 3 ABBA gigs, 2 Uncle Funks, been to see Bryan Adams, and getting ready for Christmas. It's been fairly hectic. Very hectic. But, yeah, got a week till Christmas. So it's just tidying up all the loose ends, get all the presents and stuff sorted out, get ready for Christmas, and then after Christmas, 1 Queen tribute gig, and then we can have a bit of a rest and get the YouTube channel filled up with new content. So all those long form videos that I've been promising for months, I can suddenly unleash, because I'll have the time to do all the promotion to go with it. So I'll start getting those together. So if you regularly watch the channel, you'll start to see premieres listed, and you'll get notifications that certain videos are going to be available over the next couple of weeks. So hopefully you'll enjoy all that. It's still active. So you get me talking a load of fancy drum rudiments. Like this. It's all good. So tonight, tonight I'll be using the MP, obviously, and we're on to, this will be gig 26 of the bass string experiment. So, yeah, 26 gigs with the same set of strings on that bass. They are starting to die off now. Might still get another 10 gigs, we'll see. It's been interesting, I've forgotten how the strings kind of change. So they go through phases. So you have the initial phase, which lasts about 5 gigs. You then got the middle phase that kind of lasts for about 18 to 20 gigs. And now we're in the third phase where they basically are very, very much played in. There's not a lot of give in them. They're not supple at all. In terms of tone, they're okay. Not ideal, but there's so much room for manoeuvre with the 3-band EQ on the status empathy that I can kind of pretty much add in and take out anything I want. So unless you were listening very, very closely with a set of headphones on each gig, you wouldn't hear that the strings are dying off. I reckon, yeah, probably about another 9 or 10 shows. So we'll hit around the mid-30s mark. Then I'll take another look at them. If a string pops, then that will be the end of the experiment. Or if the tuning stability goes, and I've had that happen before, where I kept a set of strings on as long as possible to see how long they would last. And it does kind of come a point where there's tuning stability. You have to tune up after every song, or even sort of halfway through a song if there's a gap. You suddenly might find your E string has sort of slipped a bit. But it's not radically bad, it's just it then becomes an annoyance. So do you want to stick with them and have to keep doing that? Or is it time to call it a day? So we'll see. We'll see. Hey Stacey Ann. Listen to that funky drummer, yeah. It's not a bad soundtrack, is it? I should record this, release it as an album. Do okay. Hope you're all well out there. So hopefully during the rest of the week, 2 gigs I've got at the end of this week, we'll do some more live chats. Might even do an impromptu live chat from home. So I'll give you an idea of the videos that are coming up. I'll have a look at the schedule and see how we go. Good evening. You alright? This is my YouTube channel, live chat.
Okay.
These aren't early stragglers, don't worry. It's the horn section. But yeah. And we're going to be ordering Domino's. So if you tell me what you want, I'll be doing the order.
Ooh, what a vegan pizza, anything will do.
What do you want?
Any pizza, to be honest.
Are you veggie?
Are you paying as well?
Okay, so cheese and tomato with onions and peppers.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Some sweet corn?
Do you want one each? Do you want a medium one or a large one?
Well, no, just don't eat dairy.
Oh.
Dairy.
You can do a customised pizza with that. Well, they do vegan. They do vegan. That's all right. No, it's fine. We talk loads of rubbish on my channel. Don't worry. If you go on the Domino's app, just have a look, see what you want, let me know. Once the band are here, we're going to order it. Don't say thank you to me, say thank you to Simon, because he's paid for it. I'm going to do the order. Horn section, straight to the bar. No surprise there. They're not on till 9 o'clock. I don't know what the hell we're going to do. Yeah, so there we are. You're around the world. So people in Australia watching you. Drums and stuff. There is a Mark King joke to go with this, but I won't. Those of us who are bass players will know that joke. When the drums stop, you know it's the bass solo. He's off on one. We could go out there, but you're not going to hear anything but that. And you can probably hear it well enough here. We have a wall to filter. This is why very often we don't turn up to the sound check until nearer the time we're required. We just had a lot of stuff to sort out with the in-ears today. So the gigs have been going really well. So ABBA is all finished now until next year. Haven't got any Queen stuff till 28th of December. So I've got a gig in London on the 28th, Queen tribute, and got one Uncle Funk gig next Thursday, and then I've got a gig with a band I used to call Depth 4 for 10 years called Already Legends. Evening guys from out there. Doing a gig with them in Ealing in West London on Friday. A pub called the North Star. So I haven't played in that pub for about 4 years, so it'll be nice to go back, have a good time, and then that's me done for Christmas. Nothing for New Year's Eve yet, and then after that, no gigs until 21st of January, that Queen tribute show. I'll see a couple of gigs with Young Gun Silver Fox, so one in London, one in Birmingham. And then in February it kind of all kicks off again, so we'll have Uncle Funk shows, there's a couple of Queen shows, there's a couple of wedding gigs in there as well. So yeah, the quiet sort of winter, and then as we get into spring it all starts to kick into life again. By the time we get into May it's festival season, with loads of gigs in at the moment, lots of Friday, Saturday, Sunday festival slots. And we're playing with a couple of travelling festivals next year. So we do the same company, but they hold lots of festival events around England, and we're on lots of them. It's going to be really busy. It's still going to be. It's a bit worn out by the gig. He's already saying he felt tired. I'm not surprised. This is because he didn't get much of a sound check yesterday. We literally turned up at the gig, got stuff set up, and the client was turning up. Before we even really started the sound check, we had about 5 minutes to quick line check, and that was it. So he was obviously trying to make sure the drums sound right. That's lethal. Horn section had gone behind the bar. What are you after? Bottles in the plastic. There's some on the shelf. Or is that so? Oh, it's tonic water. Might be in the fridge. Might be in the fridge. Yeah. So there we are. So the Impromptu live show. Promised them. Just haven't been able to do it. Because a lot of the gigs either just hasn't been time. Literally finish sound check and then get ready for the gig. Some of the ABBA shows we weren't playing. The theatre we were playing in wouldn't allow us to get access to the stage because there was a kids pantomime going on before. So then we were left with very little time to set everything up. So there was a bunch of messages there. Stacey, yeah, doing great early. Isn't that funky drummer? Yeah, doing great. You lucky man, Young Gun Silver Fox, yes. But you know, Stacey, Young Gun Silver Fox is coming to America next year. So you need to get tickets for that once that starts happening. So when he stops, I'll take you up onto the stage and we'll look at the bass gig. So it's nothing that you haven't seen before. So it'll be the States Empathy, got a small pedal board, and I've got my GB Room 4, the Kingfisher Blue one. No amplification tonight. Past couple of weeks I've had an amp and cab with me on every gig. But last night I knew we were going to be a bit tight in space, so I didn't bother. Also, with all the snow and ice about, I don't want to be carrying cabs. It makes the load out a lot quicker. And also for here, I didn't want all that bass end on stage. And the sound system with the IEM. And normally have the amp and the cab as backup in case the IEMs go down. I've at least got a point of reference. We have no monitoring on stage. It's all on these. But yeah, didn't feel the need for it. To be honest, kind of okay. Last night sounded good, so I thought, well, minimum setup, minimum breakout. Works in my favour. You still go. No such luck. Yeah. Oh, keyboard players here. We have a keyboard player. Still waiting for the guitarist. No. Guitarist ain't here. Female singers aren't here either. But maybe once the keyboard players got started, I will take this up on the stage and I'll let you hear a bit of sound check maybe. Lord knows what we'll play. Drummer recorded sound check a couple of weeks ago on a gig and posted it up on Instagram. I didn't think it was us. It sounded so good. I was like, where'd you get that mix from? He said, it's just straight off the desk, straight into my camera. I said, wow, okay. If that's what the audience get to hear, the clarity was outstanding. Sorry, my phone is letting me know notifications, so if you hear that on this video, that's what it is. Adjustments to the lighting truss, very important. Drummer's stopped. I'll take you up on stage, show you the bass gear. So it's going to get a bit dark in here. I'll show you. Dressing room's nothing to shout about, that's for sure. Just lots of props and scenery and stuff. Guessing for pantomimes. So here we go. We're up in the bass corner. Brooks's bass corner, funnily enough. So everything's there. Plug board. Pedal board is there. The Funkle is there. Got the drummer up the steps, quite right. And there's my mixer. So anyone want? I get questions on the live chats about this. So how does this all work? So basically, I've got my pedal board. And you take a feed out from the pedal board, and that's that orange cable. That goes into the system. That then gets relayed to my in-ears. And that has a mix of all the band. And then with the iPad, that's logged in via Wi-Fi to our new rig, our new in-ears setup, which is all there in that lovely rack, all cabled up, ready to go. So where I used to have like my own IEM pack that I would have here on the floor, no longer. As of last week, it's all in that rack. What then comes to me on my in-ears is my mix. Yeah. So my iPad is logged into the router that's in that rack. You want me?
No. Well, yeah, do your thing.
I'm going to do the lighting. This will scare you. So the old rosacea's flaring up a bit today with the cold. Look great under this light. Go on, son. Don't fall off, please. Yeah. You're too far away. It's a bit scary, mate.
How's that? Blinding.
Blinding, yeah. No, that's all right, mate. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're good. Cool. So basically what happens then is the iPad is logged in via that router and Wi-Fi, and then from there I have a mix of every instrument and mic that we have here on stage. So I click on the first bank, it's got all the drums. I can pull those faders up and down as I wish. So I choose to have a fair bit of kick drum, fair bit of snare, fair bit of hi-hat. Then on the second bank, we have, I think those are extra drum channels. We've got bass, guitar, keys, click track and cue track. So the click track is basically the click that the drummer's getting. We all have access to that because every track has a track, because also our lights are DMX'd up to those tracks. Then there's a cue track, so basically that tells us what's coming up next, whether it's a verse, chorus, an ending, an instrumental, a solo. You can only really have that if all the tracks are clicking. or you've got a click track cord. So that's great for decks, but it's also handy for us that if you're really in the moment on a gig, on a festival or something, that cue track just suddenly reminds you where you are in the song. Then on bank 3, we've got horns. Actually, we'll have a little bit extra on those. A bit quiet last night. Vocoder, we then have all the vocals. So male vocal, female vocal, backing vocal, female, my BV, bass, and guitar BV. Actually, I haven't got much of Bob in there. So we'll have a little bit extra there. That's it. That's how it all works. And so any point in the gig, I can just go anywhere on that mix and I can increase, turn down, do what I want. And it works great. Wish I'd had it 20 years ago. But technology wasn't affordable at that point, and it wasn't so easy. But it's relatively easy now. So let me introduce you to the keyboard player. Here he is, Mr. Keys. Say hello. You're on my YouTube
Merry
channel.
Christmas, you filthy animal.
That's it, exactly. That's the level of the man, frankly. And there we got Mr. Tubbs. Look. So after all that banging, and he's got his. Yeah, I thought so. I said, you wait. How you can do the gig? I had no idea. So he's got his camera all set up here for his YouTube channel. So he's going to film some of the sound check and stuff. That'll go up on his Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Check him out, Ajit Gill. You'll find a link. Actually, I'll put a link underneath this video, probably tomorrow. And you can find him on Instagram, Facebook. Check out his YouTube channel.
Say hello, guys. Come and say hello.
Self-promotion, mate. He's worth checking out. Young drummer, seriously good. Seriously good. And so now we're just waiting on guitar player and vocalist, I think. So, yeah. You got any messages? What are we doing out there? We're up to date. So there's the Empathy in all its glory. So gig number 26 tonight. LEDs on, clearly. Oh, I can't. There we go. Sorry, my camera skills are a bit crap today. So there we go. There she is. And then as a backup, I brought my GB Room of 4. It's over here in the gig bag. We'll get the old girl out. So, any of you who follow the channel, you've seen this before. It's got LEDs as well. There we go. Nice Kingfisher blue. I know it looks a bit green. It goes through different colours depending on the light that's hitting it. But yeah, so that's the backup tonight. From the workbench of Bernie Goodfellow at GB Guitars. Yeah. So any of you who watch the channel will no doubt have seen that before. And there we go, that's it. It's very simple today. No wireless system for the bass. I don't really feel we're going to need it. And to be honest, I'm kind of positioned at the front. I'm not really going around the stage, so it's all good. So yeah. Okay, well, I don't know what else to tell you at the moment. There's not a lot happening. So I will bid you farewell. Have a good afternoon or evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. It's left to Saturday, enjoy it. I might come back when we do sound check. I'll see if it's rushed or not. But yeah, there's not a lot happening. I can see there aren't too many of you out there either, so it's cool. Maybe we'll come back later. Never do a backstage one, so we're going to have some time to kill. But there we go. So a little insight into what we get up to on gigs. Take care. Catch you later, hopefully. Oh, Stacey. Beauty of a bass. Kingfisher blue to the rescue if needed. Not quite, exactly. That's why I bring her. So yeah, so I'm going to wind this down for now, but hopefully come back a little bit later. We've got to sort food and stuff out of that as well. So yeah, there we go. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Catch you later. All the best.